Israel, where do I begin? From the music to the people to the markets, it's a place that never sleeps, filled with art, architecture, and history. I mean, it's a type of place that you only read about in books. It's a place where your expectations are blown away. And I mean, from my experience in Israel, I must say it has to be one of the most peaceful places I've ever been to in my life. From the landscapes, there isn't a shortage of beauty in this country. Stay tuned because these are the Israel stories. So we just landed in Tel Aviv, mad excited. You can feel the heat. We're here at a rental car. Just got the paper. Something I didn't know, it wasn't included in the rental price. So basically, I paid about $150, which I thought was extremely cheap. But when I got here, I found out that I had to pay $216 for liability insurance. Now, I didn't know that. It's more than the actual rental. So what I thought was going to be a $150 rental turned out being almost a $400 Canadian dollar rental. So just keep that in mind if you guys are coming and renting a car. A Suzuki, I think it's called a Belantro. My first recommendation is always to do a walkthrough of the car. So for instance, there's a dent right there, if you guys can see. So they labeled it here on this paper. They have all the dents and everything like that. But it's always good to just kind of do your own walkthrough and check everything out for yourself. So we are here. We're in the city of Bat Yam. And we're here at Dasha's
hometown.
So hometown, the home city. But yeah, we're here. We're gonna meet the rest of her family. Off the bat, they're like amazing, so accepting. Absolutely love the acceptance that I felt being here. Even like Russian, I'm kind of like picking up. Even though I don't even know that much words, I can kind of just tell just off the tone of voices and that sort of stuff. So I'm really excited to meet this part of Dasha's family who she's really close with. And like, unlike me, I have a ton of family back home. Basically, like my parents, both of their brothers and sisters are all back home in Canada. But for Dasha, most of her family, actually all her family, do not live in Canada or in Toronto. Her dad lives in Florida. And then the rest of her family lives here near Israel. So it's good for me because I get to kind of see her in a different element. I get to fall in love with her all over again.
Aww.
And that I did. From there, we made our way down to the beach. Everyone hypes up the food from Israel, but I had to make sure that I tried it for myself. People were right. Food was absolutely amazing. Something else amazing? The sunsets. This was the first sunset I saw in Israel, but I already knew I was in for some epic ones. And you know I had to go in for a dip. Went home, got ready, and checked out one of the local hookah bars in Tel Aviv. Now you know I couldn't come to Israel and not try one of their shawarmas. Day 2 was composed of us visiting the Baha'i Gardens located in Haifa. This is probably one of the nicest viewpoints that we saw during our time in Israel, and it was absolutely beautiful. It overlooked the port of Haifa. If you get there pretty early, you won't have to deal with big tourist groups, because as we were leaving, that's when the buses arrived. Lastly, the gardens were closed for some reason the day that we were there, but it would have been nice to make our way down. So we are here at, what are these called?
The Bahar Gardens.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, we can't go down, and you cannot fly drones here. I'll be spending just a few moments here taking photos and things like that. But absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend this destination. It was free, which I mean, who doesn't like free things? On top of that, it was also free parking, so that's something also to consider. After Haifa, we ended up heading to Netanya. Netanya was where we were staying, so we checked out one of the local beaches right around the corner from the Airbnb that we were staying in.